Hey, good morning everybody. It's Mike with the Bayird Pre-Owned Super Center here in Jonesboro, right off of Highland Drive next to Krispy Kreme Donuts. Good morning to you. So thankful that you're watching us today, and honestly we're just happy to be here right now. With all the things going on, I think last time we talked about the COVID-19 stuff, how business was changing, and of course we've seen a lot of that over the past month or so. It's just taking some getting used to doing things. You don't go in stores hardly unless it's like the grocery store, or there's actually a few stores open like Academy. You can actually go to Academy, which I guess is good to go get maybe some outdoor activity items, enjoy the great outdoors. But of course a lot of these places, even like Academy, are offering curbside pickup, so still try to minimize your interaction in buildings if you got to go. I know Kroger and Walmart, still doing the deal where you can order online and pick it up. They bring it to you at your car. Of course, you've got to plan ahead on those, and even during normal times, that's usually something you got to plan about 12 hours in advance. Now, I think I've seen it a couple times where it's like 3 or 4 days. So, if you wait till the last minute, you'll probably have to go to the store. But again, we're so thankful to be here. We got that stuff going on right now. Life's changing a little bit. We've been open this whole time. We have cut back our hours a little bit. Just there's a lot less people out in the afternoon, so we close at 6 o'clock right now. And then of course, right at a month ago, we also had the tornado that just came right over here across the back of our lot, and I've got some good stories about that. We were actually here at work when it happened. And we've also been talking to some people who are actually folks that were at home when the tornado hit their house, and some of the things that they told us to think about next time there's a tornado. So I'll talk about some of that here as well. But we're also going to talk about vehicles today. We've got a lot full of vehicles, and believe it or not, through all this COVID and tornado stuff, we have actually been selling a lot of cars. That's actually a really good thing for lots of reasons. One, it helps obviously the local economy, but the other thing is we were selling those vehicles, so we're keeping fresh inventory coming in here. And I'm also going to talk more about some of that new fresh inventory and what benefit that has for you if you're in the market for a vehicle right now. But we'll kind of start off and talk about some of the vehicles. One of the trucks that I really want to highlight, we actually just got this on the lot the other day. This is a 2017 Ram 1500 regular cab with the express package, and regular cabs are so hard to find these days. I mean, we very rarely see them. The guys or girls or whoever likes regular cab vehicles, they just like regular cab vehicles and they don't want a bigger truck, and that's okay. But like I said, they are hard to find, so I came across this one. This is a 2017. It's got 6,000 miles on it. Has the 5.7 liter Hemi V8. 20-inch wheels. It's got the tonneau cover on the back, the tow package in it as well, and I'm here to tell you this truck is absolutely perfect and flawless on the inside. It's kind of one of those vehicles that when it came in, like if we washed it, we were going to get it dirty. It was that clean of a vehicle when it came in. Still has the brand new truck smell. Again, 6,000 miles on this truck. So glad to have this one here, have that opportunity for somebody that might be looking for a regular cab truck. We also try to keep some mid-size trucks here in stock. Just got in this 2019 Nissan Frontier. These are great mid-size trucks. We sell a lot of these. This one here has 12,000 miles on it. It also has the V6 engine, automatic transmission, and it's priced at only $22,992. Now, one of the things you're going to see if you're joining us for the first time ever, when I walk up to these vehicles, you might think, hey, that guy's got everything memorized about all those cars, and that is not true. We actually have these window stickers here, and we do this for several reasons. One, it makes it easier for us. Instead of trying to remember things and possibly getting it wrong, we look up the information one time, we create the window sticker, we get the price on there, and then that also makes it easier for you as the customer. So when you come to shop, and maybe you're looking at this Nissan Frontier, but then you see, oh, that Tacoma right there, let me check that thing out. You can walk right over to it and get a lot of information right off the bat to see if it's something that you're interested in. So these window stickers have like the actual trim package on it. So this one's the SV trim package. It has the exact engine, the factory exterior color name, miles per gallon, and of course the price. And our prices, we're very proud of them, so that's why we definitely have no qualms or try to hide the price. We want to make sure that these are accessible and easy to see. We put a lot of work into pricing our vehicles. You know, there was kind of an old school method where people just kind of threw a price on it. It was like, hey, this looks like a good $24,000 truck. And then, you know, customers would come in and negotiate for hours, and then they'd wind up at a price that was fair and competitive, like we're putting right on the vehicles to start with. There's still some folks out there that love to just, I mean, they love the game, I guess. I don't know. But I'll say more people hate that process and are getting away from that process and trying to make, you know, buying a vehicle simple and easy, just like going to the store, you know, or to Best Buy or, you know, Walmart and just buying something off the shelf. You know, if you know that you're buying something and it's a fair competitive price up front, that's going to save you so much time and so much hassle. The hassle of buying something like a car without getting good information is just super frustrating. I've done it personally myself, and so I try to make sure that our process here at the Bayird Pre-Owned Super Center is simple and easy. Matter of fact, if you ever come in and you have anything other than an easy experience, please let me know what we could do to make it better, because we definitely want to make that process better. And talking about making processes better, when you go to our website right now, BayardPreOwned.com, we've got a new tool on there. It's called Sarah. It's our digital assistant. And with Sarah, you can actually go to a vehicle like this. You can actually customize payments, see some of the different bank offers that are available. You can actually put in your trade information and find out what your trade-in is worth approximately. Of course, that still has to be a final inspection to make sure that, you know, condition, dents, damage, any tire issues, things like that are figured in properly. But that tool allows you to customize your payment, see what your payment would be with a down payment, and again, look at those bank programs, some of the bank programs that we do have available. And you can do all that, and it does not pull your credit or anything like that. So that's a great tool that we've got on there now. Definitely go on there and use that. Shop in the convenience of your home or work or wherever you're at right now, and you can do that from your mobile device or your computer. So like I said, we got a great selection of cars out here. You know, everything I've got here on the lot is absolutely ready to go. You know, like I talked about at the beginning of the program, the tornado did, you know, come across the Academy parking lot over there. So we were very close to it. We did have some minor damage on some vehicles, nothing enough to claim insurance on, but we had, you know, a few windows that were broken. There was some debris, and I'm assuming some of the debris actually came from a couple houses that were over off of South Caraway, just south of like German Auto Tech and Magic Touch, because we had shingles, a lot of shingles that were on our property here. And that's the only area that I can think of that tar shingles would have come from. So, you know, we had some scratches, some minor things like that. Called up basically about 4 or 5 body shops that we have here in town. Also have a mobile guy that comes from out of town here as well. Basically, in all these guys, because of the weeks prior that were slow, we're all looking for work. So this was, you know, it actually worked out really great in their favor. It helped put some people back to work. And we got these cars fixed and taken care of really fast. So, you know, that's kind of one of those things. It's just the cost of doing business for us. We didn't raise the prices on our cars. And matter of fact, we actually lowered the prices of almost all of our inventory based on current market conditions. We noticed that cars were bringing less money at the auction, and of course, if they're bringing less money at the auction, even though I might have paid more for it 30, 45 days ago, that means my car is inherently worth less. So we're going to reduce the price on that to make sure that that's a fair, competitive price for the customers. So, you know, if you've been watching some inventory, you might have seen that online. The other great thing about that is the cars that we're buying right now to replace the cars that we've already sold, you know, we're buying those at better prices. So that does a lot of things for you as a consumer. Obviously, it's going to get you more for your money. It's also going to help you get you know, maybe a newer car or more equipment for a lesser price. Maybe it'll allow you to step up to the next package that you were really looking for that was outside your budget. Or if you say, hey, that was the same car I was looking at the whole time, but now the price is cheaper, that just means, you know, if you're financing, your payment's going to be less. So it's going to save you a lot of money. So, you know, if you are looking to buy a vehicle, this is definitely a buyer's market for sure. Cars have come down in price, so that's a great thing for the buyer. And it's just really, you know, been a great thing for us. Like I said, we've sold a lot of cars through all this, and I think, you know, some folks had to replace their cars from the tornado. They just had to. We've also, you know, had folks say, hey, I've been looking at this car for a month or two now, and it's quite a bit cheaper. So we've sold a lot of cars off of that. We've got more and more coming in daily as well right now. And as usual, if you are looking for something specific and you do not see it here, let us know what you're looking for. We've got 6 other lots that we can pull vehicles from. We also have access to go to the auction for you digitally and help you find that vehicle that you're looking for. So just for example, like this here is a 2019 Nissan Kicks. This is a SV package, 13,000 miles on it, gets 36 miles per gallon. I actually did a special order this for a customer. And you say, okay, why is it on your lot? So we special ordered this for a customer. This was from Mannheim, Nashville. There was a tornado that went through Mannheim, Nashville. Long story short, we couldn't get in to get our car for, it ended up being like 5 weeks. But miraculously, this car had absolutely no damage, had some scratches on the windshield from some debris that we replaced, and it was in great condition. But all that to say, so we found out that this car was obviously going to be a while before we got it. So we actually went and found the customer another Nissan Kicks just like it, and got it in so that way she could get in her car and not have to wait for it. So, you know, things happen like that sometimes, and so we're pretty flexible with that process there. If you're, you know, nervous about buying a car that you've never seen before, you know, obviously we're going to do the right thing and take care of you on that, just like we did for this customer here. You know, once we bought the car, we knew that we could have it in about 3 to 4 days, and then that tornado in Nashville happened. So we found her another one because we didn't know what was going to happen, and it took about 5 weeks to get. So I'm glad that we went ahead and got her in a new vehicle. We've got a lot of great SUVs. SUVs are always hot right now. I've got a selection from the compacts. We've mid-size, full-size, and even the large ones as well. We've been selling a lot of the big, large SUVs, which is pretty interesting because they're the most expensive by far. And so I'm actually kind of low on those, but I do have some of those up front that have third-row seating, like the Chevy Traverse, Lexus GX 460, got a couple Durangos, and I didn't get to show you, but there's a gray Durango up there that I probably should have showed you earlier when we were up front. It's actually a 2015 Dodge Durango RT, so that's got the 5.7 liter Hemi V8. A beautiful, beautiful truck. It's actually granite with the red leather interior, and you can see this if you're interested on our website at BayardPreOwned.com. The thing has the dual DVDs in the rear headrest, sunroof, navigation, heated cool seats. Super, super nice vehicle for like $25,992, so that's a great one to check out. Also, we always carry a wide variety of vehicles, so we carry a lot of different brands. We're not brand specific. We're looking for what people are looking for when we buy cars. Like this one here, this is a 2019 Mazda CX-5. This is the Touring. It's also all-wheel drive. We keep a lot of the all-wheel drives in stock. People love to have those just in case bad weather shows up. But again, a lot of these program vehicles that we buy, these all-wheel drives, a lot of times we're getting them for literally a couple $100 more than the two-wheel drives. So it's a great buy for the customer because they get the benefit of having something like the all-wheel drive and getting it at a great price. So this one here, very well equipped. It's got a big touchscreen radio in it, leather interior, 30 miles per gallon, all priced for $24,992. One of the things too that if you've been watching our show recently a bunch and talking about things changing in life, you might notice his hair looks different and what is going on with it. So I got a little bit of a head shave a couple weeks ago. I went to Corona Cuts, that was out in my garage, and I'll try to let my wife cut my hair, and it got messed up, so we had to do the shave down. So you know, I know there's a lot of folks at home, you know, been doing the same as well. Matter of fact, if you got any funny photos, send it to us on Facebook. We'd love to see them. You know, people are posting right now. Some of them are funny. And I was actually reading a funny story the other day that one of the big guys in Walmart, he was basically saying, hey, when this coronavirus thing started, you know, everybody was after toilet paper and cleaning products and basic supplies. And now you've got people going to the store and they're looking for things like haircut kits and, you know, electric razors and stuff like that to cut hair with. So we're all really hoping that the hairstylists can go back to work soon because I know a lot of people are in need of haircuts right now. Some of us might get pretty good though after a while, a few trial and errors, right? I know you've probably also watched the videos on YouTube of how to do it. I tried that. There was like videos on how to do it yourself. I just didn't feel comfortable, and I still let my wife try it, and I should have probably tried it myself first. But hey, so we've got also some cars over here. I want to show you some cars. Been able to get my hands on a couple great deals lately. If you're looking for a fuel economy car, something that's got a cheap monthly payment, something like this Nissan Versa is a great vehicle. This is a 2019 Nissan Versa. This is the SV package. It gets 39 miles per gallon on the highway and 31 in town. $13,992 price. Depending on whatever financing you qualify for, that's going to be a cheap monthly payment no matter what rate you get. That's just a great price, still under factory warranty, one owner vehicle, and these actually have a lot of room inside. So they really have kind of an upright seating position, touchscreen radio, steering wheel mounted audio controls, power convenience features, cheap to maintain too. Your oil changes are going to be cheap on these. If you got to replace tires, all that stuff's going to be very inexpensive. So those are great cars to own because very low cost of ownership. We've also got some nice unique pieces like 2016 Cadillac ATS. This is the coupe, so two-door Cadillac. Got a lot of style to it. Sporty car, sunroof. Of course, it's going to have leather interior and a big touchscreen radio. And this car is also under factory warranty. Again, if you're just now joining us for the first time, we try to make our process simple and easy to shop. So, we're going to put a sticker on the car if it's got the factory warranty on it. And then just inside of the car is actually the Carfax, which you can also view on our website. And you can see how much of the factory warranty is left. So it's actually going to display the original purchase date and how many miles you have left until that car is out of warranty. All right there for you to see, simple and easy. Talking about sedans, I've got Infiniti Q70. These are sweet cars, a lot of luxury for the money. This car here retails for almost $50,000 brand new. This is a 2018 model. It's got 38,000 miles on it, and it's $25,992. So massive, massive savings. Just kind of looking in here, it's got heated seats, got cooled seats, touchscreen radio, and this one's actually got a ton of room. This is going to be very comparable in size to something like Chevrolet Impala or Ford Taurus, so a lot of rear seat legroom back there. Speaking of Fords, we got Ford Fusion Titanium. I've got this one, it's all-wheel drive. I've also got an SE model that's on the way as well. I love the body style of these new Toyota Camrys. These things are very slick. This is the SE package, so it's got the kind of black and silver wheels, tinted windows on it already. Definitely a very sporty looking car. So I was telling you guys at the beginning of this, I'd give you some life hacks, some life tips. Should a tornado ever arise again. One, remember, as I did not, that there is a delay in things like internet radio or internet TV sometimes. I was not watching the internet TV, so I don't know what the delay was on that. But I can tell you this, as far as the radio goes, we were right here. I was listening to a local radio station. The tornado had not even been announced yet, and it was literally right on the other side of Academy Sports. Fortunately, I had a couple employees that were kind of looking out back, and they saw the transformers blowing, and they realized, wow, that's a tornado. So I came and stuck my head outside the front door, looked back, and when I saw the debris field coming over Academy, I didn't really have to look any further to see that there was a big tornado right on top of us. So we got all the employees. We actually had some customers here in the dealership at the time. We locked the doors, took place in a closet in there, and that tornado, I guarantee you we were in that closet for no more than 20 seconds. From the time that it was just on the other side of Academy to the time we heard just eerie silence, we came out and it was probably about 20 seconds, and of course it was long gone by that point. But tornadoes happen super fast. If you get a warning on your phone, any kind of alert whatsoever, you should probably pay attention to it. I would say, as somebody, I'm currently 36 years old. I can't tell you how many warnings I've ever heard in my life, but never taken any of them seriously. When they're that close, hey, I think you should probably take them seriously. That being said, I had another customer, she told me, if you go to your tornado safe spot, make sure that you've got some shoes in there with you. Because this lady, as she was telling me, she said, hey, I came out of it, I can't remember if it was a closet or whatever she was in. She said there was just glass all over my room, and my shoes were in a closet and the doors were jammed, and I had to walk across glass to go get my shoes on to be able to leave the house. So maybe if you have a tornado shelter, maybe just keep a pair of shoes down there. That's probably a good idea. Maybe even keep a set of spare clothes, because you never know what kind of clothes you might be in, right? So it's interesting, some of the things and the stories. I know you all have heard other stories, people sharing them on Facebook, things like that. You know, it's really interesting what happens, and, you know, just thank God that nobody got killed, you know, here in the tornado, because it definitely could have been much worse. You know, I've jokingly said, hey, you know, COVID-19 actually probably saved some lives that day, and I don't mean that lighthearted, you know, if you're fighting with the COVID-19, but at the same time, you know, we were pretty lucky on that. So, you know, sometimes we got to be fortunate for things like that, and knowing that all things happen for a reason sometimes. Take you back here, I'll show you a few more SUVs. You know, if you had not seen the pictures, I'm sure you can get it online and see it. And of course, we've all seen, you know, a video from the mall, all the damage there, Best Buy, all that stuff. But when we walked out the back door here and looked over there in Academy's parking lot, there were quite a few cars there, and they were almost all of them were kind of piled up in the back, and they were stacked on top of each other. It looked like somebody had taken all the cars, picked them all up, and just dropped them together at once. That was pretty wild, and a couple of the employees' cars we found actually over here between Centennial Bank and Cheddar's Kitchen, and man, they were in very, very rough shape. I mean, one of the cars looked like, if you've ever been to like a salvage yard or in a movie where they crush cars, I mean, that's exactly what this car looked like. The roof was actually gone off this car. This car was completely flattened, and it had come from the other side of Academy's parking lot. So it's pretty crazy what that storm could do, and I'm sure, again, that, you know, y'all seen a lot of the photos and videos online. Some of the houses, you know, over there out by the airport, you know, just some of them completely flattened, or the roof just gone, like somebody just opened it up like a toy, you know. It's crazy. It's crazy what that thing can do. So we got a good selection of SUVs here. I do have some other third-row SUVs here, such as the Dodge Journey down the end, red Dodge Journey. We talk about the Ford Flexes a lot. This is like the best unknown secret of cars right here. Some people look at them, actually a lot of people look at them and they go, man, that is a weird or ugly looking car, but it's one of those cars that if you get in it, you realize it's got a ton of interior room. It rides super smooth. I mean, as far as interior space, this is going to compare with an Expedition, a Tahoe, some of those super large SUVs, but it gets great fuel economy. You know, 23 on the highway and 16, you know, compared to something like a Tahoe or a Yukon, and the price is about half. So it's a great car for road trips. You know, you can get roof racks put on these. You can haul even more stuff on those as well. Talking about third row vehicles, I've got a 2019 Toyota Highlander in a beautiful pearl white paint. It really shines nice on a day like today. 2019, 34,000 miles, $27,992. Love these little cars, they're pretty nice. We got some Toyota RAV4s. Those are always good sellers for us. This is the new body style. And then we just got this one in yesterday. This is a 2016 Dodge Journey. Now, a lot of the Dodge Journeys have third row seating, but this one does not. And that is a big advantage for the person who does not need third row seating, because there's a big difference in the price since most of them do have third row. This one here was a local trade-in at our Blytheville store. We got it here, very clean condition. It's white, it's actually got the tan interior in it. It does have 66,000 miles, but it's $12,992. So we're talking about a, you know, larger SUV here that's got a great price on this one. I want to take you back here for a couple sneak peeks. Let's see, we got a couple trade-ins that just came in that I kind of want to show to you. This Nissan Maxima that we got right here, This is a 2013 or 2014. See, that's why I put window stickers inside my vehicles, because I can't remember them all. All right, this one, yeah, 2013. All right, 2013 Nissan Maxima. This is the SV Premium. I traded for this vehicle here. It has 84,000 miles on it. But I'm here to tell you, this car is absolutely immaculate. The folks that traded this in, they were from South Haven. They drove up to buy a Cadillac Escalade that we had. They told me on the way up here, they said, on the way up here to your store is actually the first time that food has ever been inside the cabin of this car. The previous owner, she absolutely refused to let anybody have food in there, to eat in there, to even go like to the drive-thru. She said if I went to the drive-thru, she said I'd pop the trunk and I'd put the food in the trunk, and she would never let food in the car. So I mean, you want to talk about a car that's in great condition. This car right here, it should be ready to go by the time you're watching this here. $11,992 for a 2013 Maxima SV Premium, very well equipped. Also just got in a 2014 Dodge Durango. This one's got the limited package. It's got the dual screen DVD system in it as well, power sunroof. This one here is actually waiting for its mechanical inspection, so hopefully that'll clear and pass that very well. And then also we just got in 2019 Hyundai Tucson. Now this literally just came in while we were actually starting to film this, so we don't have the stickers in it either, but this one is actually ready to go. This just came from our reconditioning center in Paragould, where it went through a full mechanical inspection. It got the detail. This thing is ready to go, so we'll have pictures up online very shortly on this. So again, hey, you know, if you're just now joining us, I know you're probably waking up on Saturday morning. So glad to have you here. You know, if you missed the show, you know, check our website out, BayardPreOwned.com. You can see all of our inventory on there. And then also we will post this on our Facebook page as well too. So if you missed something or you want to go back and watch something, you can do that as well. But again, we're located right here on Highland Drive in Jonesboro, right next to Krispy Kreme Donuts, which by the way, they are still selling donuts. So if you're looking for a good Saturday morning breakfast, swing by the drive-thru. They're open at the drive-thru only. They get you a couple dozen donuts. Make sure that hot light's on. It's nice and creamy. They melt pretty good in your mouth, I'd say that. You got a lot of local businesses that are still open right now. Hey, support your local businesses. And just be safe, you know. Everybody's kind of got some different methodologies of what to do to keep safe as far as touching things or wearing gloves or face masks. You know, we just urge you to do, you know, what has common sense and try to keep everybody safe. And let's just hopefully that Northeast Arkansas never gets an outbreak of this COVID-19 and that we just keep operating like business as normal in an uncertain time for sure. So we're so glad that you took the time to watch us this morning. Again, if you got any questions, give us a shout, give us a call. Our number's here on the bottom of the screen. And as always, we look forward to helping you out and making your next car buying experience very simple and easy.